Morning. My name is Mike Seaton. I'm from Partners in Health. I was hoping Mark Goodrich would be here to share this today because this is really his brainchild and he did most of the heavy lifting on this. But I'll do my best to represent him. Basically, what I want to talk about is that at PIH we have a lot invested in O2, a lot of functionality in our O2 systems, and we have a tremendous number of HTML forms that are built in O2 and rendered with HTML Form Entry UI. We've been trying to transition to O3 for a while, and we're taking it piecemeal. As you can see, this is an O2 user interface, and we're opportunistically looking for opportunities to move to O3. So for example, if you go to the appointment screen, and there's a delay, I'm sorry, you'll see this is all built in O3, and I can go back to my O2 homepage, and I can go to the new feature we're building here, which is the inpatient ward app, and that's also being built in O3. This was working pretty well for us until we started realizing that there are situations where we want to have one workflow that needs to work with the patient chart, which is not yet migrated to O3. And so the patient chart is basically our biggest obstacle at the moment, and that's in large part because of form entry and our heavy amount of HTML forms that we still have to migrate. Okay, so if you look at our typical patient chart, it looks like an O2 patient chart, and typically you would have actions on the right, or you'd have the ability to open up HTML forms and enter the patient's data there. If you enter in, I created this patient today, I started a visit. We have a custom O2 page here that you can enter forms and view the patient's forms for the current visit. And you could enter something, for example, the labor progress form, and this opens up an HTML form in HTML Form Entry UI, and many of you have seen forms that look similar to this. So what we did over the last couple of weeks was, well, just to give you a sense of the scale of the issue that we have. So this is our It's not going away. Okay, well, on the right here, behind this window that I can't hide, there are many, many HTML forms. I think we have about 120, 130 HTML forms in just our Sierra Leone distribution at the moment, and that's growing every week. So we can't really transition everything over because we have a growing list of new forms that we're developing in real time, and so we need a solution that's going to allow us to migrate intermittently. You can see this particular form. This is the labor progress form that we've been working on. If I scroll down a little bit, or at the top, you can see there's post-submission actions. And if I scroll down a little bit here, you can see there's custom JavaScript in this form. There's all sorts of things that are really difficult to migrate using say, like a tool that's been written to just migrate an HTML form to a React form that just reads the obs tags and things like that. There's a lot of custom logic in this form. And so those tools don't necessarily work for us out of the box. So what we've done, just because I'm running out of time here, is if you go into O3, we've added the ability to, in the clinical forms tab, to configure it with a list of HTML forms that can be grouped by section. And if I were to say, click on the labor progress form here, you'll see that opens that form here in the workspace, and you could go through and you could, enter data. You can save it. That will close this form. And if I were to go and look at where is the visit? It's hidden. If I were to look at the visits for this patient, you'll see that and today, under the encounters, you can see the labor progress form has been entered. I can go and I can edit that encounter. That will again open the HTML form in edit mode. We will get there. You can see the form was entered. You can see the temperature that I entered is there. You can see I can open it in edit mode, and I can edit it here. and I could submit it again, and it would work as expected.